Hi guys, it's Ukraine Live and we're here in Sumy. My name is Ivana. I'm from matchguarantee, spelled with y.com, and today's our topic is Ukrainian women and religion. We'll discuss some questions like about what do we feel about religion, if Ukrainians are religious people or not, and what is the percentage of religious people. And we actually supposed to start from here. This is a church called Good News. Yes, Good News, actually. So, but unfortunately, maybe because of how do we look like, I will explain right now how the situation is, what the situation is between Orthodoxical and Protestant churches in Ukraine. So they asked us not to make any videos right now. So maybe we will schedule with them or next Sunday, and once we schedule it, then we will be able to come. But still, they have a dress code, so unfortunately we can't even come in. So, but I think on next Sunday we will try to get to the service, maybe in a church with not such strict rules, where I can just wear pants, because there they don't. And they can we're in Sumy, and we will wear church Good News Protestant church, but as I said, they don't allow women in pants to come in, you know. So unfortunately they asked not to make any videos as well, and I'll explain you why. It's reasonable actually, because in Ukraine the situation between churches is very difficult actually. Most of Ukrainians are Orthodoxical, and most of churches are as well. And all Protestant churches, our people have very short views about churches, you know. Protestant churches are still subscribing as something like something bad. I don't know how to explain it, but still. So we wanted to go to the church, and they said that first of all they have a dress code from women, so women should be not in pants but in something like dress or something like that to come in there. And they asked us not to do any videos, so anyway, we'll keep the topic. So we'll try to ask people on the streets what do they think about that, and what do they think about religion and Protestant and Orthodox churches. So they didn't allow us inside, and I said that it's reasonable. I will explain why. In Ukraine, Protestant churches are not something that we get used to, you know. It's something that almost like maybe 80% of people think that is something bad, something not right, something that is not like it should be, you know, not like in the Orthodoxical way. And they don't like Protestant churches, and specifically like older generation. And most of them don't like people from those churches. So the situation actually is pretty uncomfortable for Protestants in Ukraine, as I think maybe in big cities where people are more open-minded, you know, and there Protestants can feel more comfortable. But even here in Sumy, it's not a village, it's a city, but still there is a kind of prejudice to Protestant churches. So they didn't allow us in, I think, because they were a little bit like scared maybe, but not really like scared, but just they cannot expect that everyone will have good attitude to them, you know. So they didn't allow us, and that's all. But anyway, on next Sunday I will talk to a pastor from another church. I know for sure that they can come in there in pants, so no problems with that. So we'll try next Sunday as well to show you the service, like how the service is going in Ukraine, in Protestant churches, and they maybe can answer us our questions from the point of view of Protestant people. So, but still in Ukraine, I think 90% of Ukrainians, maybe even more, are Orthodoxical. So, and it's not something that you're showing on for each and every person, you know. So, if you're just walking on streets, no one can understand what are your beliefs. Of course, if you're not like wearing hijab on streets, so that of course shows that you are a Muslim or so. Ukrainian women are good Christians because we were burned and born, and our behavior really depends on our traditions and on our religion, in what we believe. So both pagans and Christians, they have some actually common views on family, for example, and on something that is good to do and something that is bad to do, you know, understand, like which all topics there we can suggest as good and bad. So from this point of view, pagans and Christians have some common views. For example, for both of them, based on our traditions, on Ukrainian traditions, for both of them, like family is very important. Family is very important. Kids are the biggest value, and this is very something maybe a little bit personal. But for example, it's not like I'm Christian, so I will show it to everyone. I'll go to church each and every day. Maybe Protestants can do. They are going to churches each and every Sunday or something like that. Once they have a service, you know, maybe once a week or twice a week, and they visit some events from their church. But Orthodox churches don't have such rules, and you don't have to visit them specifically in time. By the way, we are walking near the Ilyinska church right now. It's Orthodox church. But as well in Orthodox church, if I come wear like this, so in pants and uncovered head, they won't allow me to come in. And it's for me always was a little bit like, I don't know, not sarcastic maybe, but those are people who are saying that God can accept everyone, and at the same time they're not allowing you to go to the church if you are not dressed in their way, you know. So it's a little bit confusing. We are walking right now at one of the central streets of Sumy. And there is also like, maybe we can ask them as well. Just a second. Я перепрошую, вам можна задати декілька запитань?
Яку тему? Добрий день.
Про релігію в Україні.
Ви знаєте, у нас є...
Ні, тут чисто на декілька запитань і ми підемо, якщо можна.
У нас, знаєте, є адреса веб-сайту, де ви, там є інформація
Я знаю,
для журналістів, кореспондентів.
Ні, це просто соціальний експеримент. Тобто я буду там, просто люди дивляться, які іноземці, і їм цікаво, як взагалі обставини в Україні складаються. І у нас сьогодні тема Україна і релігії, і тому, якщо можна, задати декілька запитань. Наприклад, тільки я буду перекладати, якщо ви не проти. Як ви думаєте, чи українці релігійні люди, чи ні?
Ну, бачите, якраз такі цікаві питання, на які кожен повинен відповідати сам особисто. Так що ось тут
Я знаю цей сайт, так.
Будь ласка, отримайте отак інформації повноцінної.
А ви зараз не можете відповісти на запитання?
На жаль.
На жаль. Окей, дякую.
До побачення.
Окей, до побачення. Okay, you see, so they didn't want to answer our questions, but they are staying here to advertise their church. And it's also a little bit strange. So this shows that Protestant people here in Ukraine are a little bit not expecting good attitude to them. So and they are not scared, but always not. It's like that. So they are not expecting something good. Okay. So they gave me their card with their website, where I can get all answers for my questions myself. So okay, but still. Yes, from my opinion, I saw some statistic, and there are not so many pagans in Ukraine, maybe around 1% of population. Protestants are around maybe 15% of population, and the rest are Orthodoxical, or actually they're around 15 or 20% of atheists. But for young generation, they're going to be asked Vita, by the way, today, and she will explain you her point of view from the point of view of older generation. And for young generation, that's not so really important. Religious is not really important. Of course, if you're not only the Protestant, because if you're Protestants, their families are visiting churches like from the early beginning, and kids are visiting churches from the early beginning. So, if it's Orthodoxical family, it's not really important to bring kids to the church from the early beginning, you know. And Protestants are oftenly like taking care about their religion more than Orthodoxical, because Orthodoxical is something that we already get used to. That is, everyone when the child is born, everyone is just bringing him or her to the church and actually make it Christian. So it's already like a tradition. Not really a religion, but more a tradition than a religion, and no one is paying like a lot of attention to that. Сюда.
Есть церковь, можно сказать, вот там церковь
Да.
есть. Вот там, вот именно, видишь, он крыша.
Okay, so we'll try to go to another church right now. It's always also a Protestant church. I don't remember how it's called, and in Ukraine all Protestant churches have their names, you know, so they are called somehow. I don't know if that's the same like with Europe. If yes, could you please write them in comments, because I don't know what is the situation there in Western countries and USA. Like, so if you could write in comments like what is your opinion about that, and okay, just a second. And how many churches are Protestant and how many churches are Orthodoxical or actually Catholic in your country? That would be very interesting to know, actually. And about Catholic churches, actually, we have only one here in Sumy. So we have a lot of Orthodoxical churches. We have like a lot of, I cannot even count them, maybe I don't know, around 100 or something like that. Protestant churches maybe around 20. Only one Catholic church, and there is one for two for Muslims also. So it actually shows what is the situation with religion here. Okay, guys, so we're right now walking to another church, and у нас были комменты какие-нибудь? I will see some comments right now. Just a second. Okay. So just a second. Where are you? Baby church. Привет. Has the weather turned to autumn today? Yesterday was so sunny. Yes, definitely. And it was rainy today in the morning, and it's really cold right now. Is Sumy cold? Yes, a little bit. Where you asked me? Sorry? Are Ukrainian women good Christians? I already answered. Okay, hello. I will stick to being an atheist on the sunny side of life. Okay. Hi, the thing is, there are a lot of Protestants in the West like me. It would be good if you could find some Protestant girls to talk to. We will try right now, actually, to find some Protestant girls to talk to. All religions are the cause of wars, past, present, and future. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, this also the interesting opinion. So, Sumy is 5 hours from Kyiv. Yes. Hello. How long have to wait to get married in Sumy? After registration, how long before give date? How much you think it'd be? For marriage registration, you need to apply to the special department in a month before registration itself. So you need to wait a month before you can get married. Okay, and what else? Just a second. Is there corruption? And so many corruption is everywhere in Ukraine. So guys, let's find a place to talk. Just a second. Okay, so today we're gonna go right now to another church. We'll try to find some Protestant girls to ask them some questions, and maybe they won't allow us to come in, but still maybe we can ask some questions near the church. So and don't forget that today is going to be Ask Vita as well, from 11 a.m. till 12 p.m. New York time. So don't miss this video, and to don't miss our videos and our live broadcasts, you can just press like on this video, subscribe our channel if you still didn't, and press on notification button not to miss our videos again. In this way, YouTube will notify you, and you will get like notified for our live broadcasts. So we're going to the church right now. We will have a little bit road. So I will see you right back in 10-15 minutes once we are getting to church, okay? So stay tuned, please, and have a good day. See you in 15 minutes. Bye-bye.